While Nissan's R32 GT-R was designed to conquer Group A globally, its true spiritual home was the Japanese Touring Car Championship, JTCC. Within Nissan's powerful stable, the Calsonic Skyline GT-R No. 12, run by the legendary Team Impul and supported by sponsor Calsonic Kansai, now Marelli, was the designated flagship. Its iconic, brilliant blue livery wasn't just paint, it represented Nissan's commitment to dominance. This specific car, often piloted by Masahiro Hasemi and Kazuyoshi Hoshino, became the visual standard for the GT-R's power, embodying the ambition of the manufacturer and the terror it struck into competitors. The foundation of the Calsonic GT-R's success was the R32 platform itself. The rigid chassis was paramount. Engineers prioritized structural integrity to handle the relentless forces of Group A racing and the strain of the ATTESA system. The standard R32's design was already superior, but the race version was seam-welded and heavily reinforced. This allowed the suspension components to work with surgical precision, providing the tire engineers and drivers with a consistent, reliable base. The sheer physical strength of the Calsonic chassis allowed it to maintain its peak performance lap after lap in brutal multi-hour endurance races. The race-spec RB26 DETT used in the Calsonic machine was far beyond the factory 280 horsepower. While Group A rules restricted the use of titanium and exotic materials, the engine produced figures consistently over 600 horsepower in qualifying trim, sometimes reaching 650 horsepower. The ceramic turbochargers of the road car were replaced with larger, more robust steel-wheeled turbos, like Garrett T04E or similar, creating monumental boost. The engine was meticulously balanced and blueprinted for high RPM reliability, capable of revving well over 8,000 RPM, a ferocious, raw contrast to the smooth-running V8s it often competed against. In the Calsonic GT-R, the ATTESA E-TS system was finely tuned for Group A. Unlike the road car, the race team utilized the system to its maximum potential. The system allowed the car to maintain its rear-wheel drive characteristics for sharp turn-in, but instantly deployed up to 50% torque to the front axle for corner exit. This seamless, electronic-controlled transition provided a level of traction management that no mechanical system could match, allowing drivers to accelerate earlier and more aggressively than rivals, a decisive factor, especially in variable Japanese weather. The Calsonic blue livery is one of the most recognizable in motorsport history. Calsonic Kansai, a major supplier of air conditioning and heat exchangers, became synonymous with Nissan's racing success. The blue was chosen to stand out, and its constant presence at the front of the grid cemented its status. The color represented not just a sponsor, but the identity of the dominant machine. This visual legacy helped to turn the R32 from a technical wonder into a pop culture icon, highly visible in media and later, in video games. The Calsonic car was most famously driven by the pairing of Kazuyoshi Hoshino and Masahiro Hasemi, two of Japan's most successful and revered racing drivers. Hoshino, the owner of Team Impul, was a fearless, aggressive driver known for his raw speed. Hasemi brought experience, precision, and setup feedback. Their combined expertise made the Calsonic car consistently the fastest and best prepared machine in the field, capitalizing on every technological advantage the R32 offered. The story of the Calsonic GT-R is inseparable from the R32's 29 straight wins in 29 races in the JTCC. 1990 to 1993. While other Nissan teams, like the Teijin Starcard, contributed, the Calsonic car was consistently the car to beat and often took the first or second step on the podium. Its flawless record was a combination of Nissan's superior engineering, the RB26's bulletproof reliability, and the impeccable preparation and execution by the veteran Team Impul. The streak became a national legend in Japan. The Group A rules required the Calsonic car to maintain the basic body shape of the road car, but subtle modifications yielded significant results. The massive rear wing was optimized for maximum downforce, crucial for high-speed corners. The front air dam and splitter were aggressively designed to channel air for cooling the monstrous intercooler and large brakes, while also providing essential front-end grip. Every panel of the Calsonic machine was a functional piece of race engineering, prioritizing airflow and downforce over aesthetics. In Group A, the Calsonic GT-R primarily battled against its domestic rivals, but its technology was a direct answer to the agility of the BMW M3 E30. The M3 relied on lightweight, high-revving naturally aspirated power and balance. The GT-R used brute force, turbocharging, combined with the digital management of AWD, ATTESA. The Calsonic car demonstrated that, at higher speed circuits and in varied conditions, the technological complexity of the R32 overwhelmed the analog purity of its rivals. The sound of the race-spec RB26 DETT is unique. Unlike the howling naturally aspirated engines, the Calsonic GT-R produced a deep, powerful roar, punctuated by the distinct whistle of the twin turbos spooling up and the sharp release of the wastegate. This auditory signature, combined with the quick, explosive bursts of acceleration provided by the ATTESA system, made the Calsonic car instantly identifiable on the track and added to its intimidating presence. While the Gibson Motorsport team achieved the famous Bathurst wins, the performance standard was set by the technical package developed and proven by the Calsonic and Nismo factory teams in Japan. The technical superiority demonstrated by the Calsonic's domination in the JTCC convinced Nissan to fully back the car's international efforts, leading to its devastating performance against the local V8 heroes in Australia. The Calsonic success served as the proof of concept. The R32's dominance, epitomized by the Calsonic car, was a major factor in the collapse of Group A. The sheer cost required to compete with Nissan's technological advantage drove other manufacturers away. When the JTCC ended the Group A regulations in 1993, the Calsonic GT-R was retired from its primary battleground, leaving an unbroken, unrepeatable legacy of perfection. The car was simply too fast for the rules. The Calsonic sponsorship and the famous blue color continued into the later generations, including the R33 and R34 GT-Rs in the New Japan Grand Touring Car Championship, JTCC. However, the legend was born with the R32. The subsequent Calsonic cars always carried the weight and expectation established by the Group A icon, demonstrating the incredible long-term relationship between the sponsor, Team Impul, and the GT-R platform. The Calsonic GT-R was a testament to meticulous preparation. Team Impul was renowned for its attention to detail, maximizing every aspect of the R32 within the strict Group A rules. This involved chassis geometry, constant monitoring of the differential setup, and flawless engine maintenance. The combination of a strong, consistent chassis, the R32, and a professional, veteran team, Impul, created a synergistic winning formula that few could afford to replicate. Today, the original Calsonic GT-R race car is a priceless piece of motorsport history, often displayed in museums or at high-profile events. Replicas and tributes in the Calsonic blue livery are highly sought after by enthusiasts, demonstrating that the visual identity is as important as the car's technical specification. Owning an R32 in Calsonic blue is often seen as owning a piece of the 29-win streak legacy. The Nissan Skyline R32 GT-R, specifically the Calsonic No. 12, stands as a defining machine of 1990s motorsport. It represents the successful application of cutting-edge digital technology to a racing platform, perfectly blending power, traction, and control. It didn't just win championships, it symbolized a new technological direction in racing and became an enduring icon. The Calsonic GT-R is the definitive face of the Godzilla legend, unbeatable, unforgettable, and forever blue.